I know what you're thinking. Okay, top Habs prospect says something about Shane Wright. You're thinking, well, obviously, he's going to say that he's happy the GM took Slafkovsky instead of Wright. He might be playing with Slafkovsky, okay? He's in the Habs organization. He wants to make sure he's in Kent Hughes and the whole front office of the Habs. He's in their good books. And if he comes out here and criticizes their first overall pick, it doesn't look great on him. I understand that, and that's absolutely true. But at the World Juniors yesterday, Jan Mysak really lit up, okay? He had a goal and an assist, and he dominated. If you watched that game against Slovakia, he was awesome. He was so good, and it's the things he said, the way he said it. Look, I know English is not his first language, and by the way, huge props to these kids, okay, who come out and English is nowhere near their first language. Sometimes it's their third, fourth language, and they've got the cojones to come out here and do a full interview in English, okay? If somebody asked me, if I started speaking Spanish 2 years ago, and somebody asked me to do a full interview in Spanish on national television, no way, okay? So full credits for that, but obviously English is not the first language of Jan Mysak, but still, these comments, they sting a little bit for Shane Wright. Add it to his wall, eh? He said he's going to remember all the teams who passed on him. Maybe he'll remember this too, but so what happened was, in a post-game interview, and this is an article on Montreal Hockey Now, here's a quote from Jan Mysak on Slafkovsky and Slafkovsky versus Wright. He says, "For me, I see Juraj Slafkovsky as a really strong player," Mysak said when asked what he thought of the Montreal Canadiens drafting him instead of Wright. Okay, and here's the kicker. He said, "I played the whole year against Shane Wright, so for me personally, if I was GM, I would take Slafkovsky too." Whoa, huh? Like, you gotta admit that packs a punch a little bit. The kid didn't have to go that far to kind of swing for the top shelf on Shane Wright. He could have just left it as, you know what, Slafkovsky's a great pick. Even just saying, I would take Slafkovsky too. But the fact that he throws in the fact that he played the whole year against Shane Wright, that's where the little slight comes in, where it's almost like he's saying, I saw Shane Wright all year, and Slafkovsky's better. So, I mean, again, if you're Shane Wright, you were coming in, you were saying things like, I think I'm the best player in the draft, I deserve to go first overall. Remember when he said that, and talking about how much he loves Montreal, how great a fit it was. I mean, he was talking like he was already a Montreal Canadian, and we all know that backfired on him a little bit. And look, a lot of people in my comments are thinking that I hate Shane Wright. I don't hate Shane Wright, okay? I want the kid to succeed. I want him to do well. I wish he was here in the World Juniors. I think he should have showed up, because I understand he's training for an NHL training camp to make the Seattle Kraken, and he's got a decent chance because the cupboards are pretty bare over there in Seattle. But I just think that Cooley came from the Arizona Coyotes, and I think that because Slafkovsky is not here, this really would have been a chance for Shane Wright to show up and be probably the best, if not the second best player on his team because of Connor Bedard. And he could have really showed the entire hockey world, like, hey, I'm a star, and shine on the biggest stage that there is right now, which is the World Junior stage. I personally think it's a mistake for him not to show up to World Juniors, and I know a lot of people have echoed that sentiment, but I get it, okay? He wants to play against men. He wants to make the NHL this year. He's focused on that. I understand. I just think it would have been a really cool opportunity for him to shine and show everybody, the haters, if you will, that they were wrong about him, but hey, that's just me. But for Mysak to come out here and say that, whoa, it definitely packs a punch. Again, my eyes kind of widened because the headline is just kind of like, oh yeah, Jan Mysak says, I'd take Slafkovsky too. And like, yeah, of course you'd say that because your GM is the Montreal Canadiens. You want to make sure he's happy. You don't want to badmouth him or anything. But to throw that little jab at Shane Wright, whoa. Let me know what you guys think about that one in the comments down below. I want to hear it. If you're new, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole deal. Turn notifications on. Follow me on Twitter at JohnnyHockeyYT. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.